Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny, and this month I am going to be working with the Hello Again by Caitlin Schaefer collection for Collection Obsession. For those of you who don't know what Collection Obsession is, it is a year-long series where at the beginning of every month, everyone who is playing along, and I will have them listed in the description box, but all of us who are participating in creating content for YouTube will be listed there. And essentially, once a week, we work on creating one layout using our selected collection. So I'm feeling, this has been in my stash for a little while. This is from 2013. I know I didn't buy it in 2013. I bought it, it might have come in a warehouse box or something to that effect, or I don't have the packaging, so I'm not 100% sure, but I know, usually I know that the collections that I buy, because when I love it, I love a lot of it. And this only came with what's here. So anyway, I thought I would talk you through a little bit of my process, because I've been getting some questions from folks around what starting point, right? Where do I start? How do I organize? And how do I kind of end up organizing myself? So I will tell you, typically what I end up doing is that regardless of whether or not I'm working with a collection or a page kit or what have you, the starting point for me personally is usually the photos. Now, in this case, I have gone ahead, selected my collection for the month, but I don't have my photos yet. So that will be the next thing. What I don't stress over is, particularly for Collection Obsession, I don't stress over having photos. So that if I have a sketch in mind, or I may just look through some my Pinterest boards or wherever I have inspiration, and I might use the inspiration to come up with a layout. If I don't have the pictures right then and there, what I usually end up doing are base pages. So for those of you who don't know what base pages means, is essentially you have the foundation for your page. You have the cuts on the paper made and all of that. You may even assemble it so that you're gluing down the pieces of paper, and you're just leaving room for the photos. So in my case, what I usually tend to do is I put all of the flat papers and really just give it a go at putting together the page, but without making a whole lot of selections in terms of embellishments. So that will come for me later once I have the photos and I'm good to go. What I usually tend to do is if you've been following me for a little while, you know, my base pages get used up. I have a system that works for me, and maybe I will go into some detail if folks are interested in how I kind of do that. But I have I have a playlist on, it's called base pages / foundation pages. The term is, I kind of use interchangeably, but there's not a whole lot that really, there's not a whole lot that goes into, for me, using up the base pages, because I have them handy. And the lazy part of me, and I'll be truthfully honest, sometimes, like, I don't feel like I want to play, but I don't want to start it from the beginning. And so the base pages really give you an opportunity to just fast forward and just get to the photos, the matting if you're going to mat your photos, and the embellishing. And that's it. It's like a fast forward of the process to some degree, and you can make it as fancy as you want. You know, you could take your punches, make some embellishments. You can take your dies, make some embellishments. But so let's get to it. So here I'm just going to show you. And again, I mentioned that this is from 2013. So there are some cut apart sheets on the back of this front sheet that goes at the front of the collection. It's really nice weight. So I have put the papers that I only have one of here in the front. So there's this one, which is like a yellowy orange, and here's the B side. I think I will tend to use it for this, so I'm going to put that up front. Here's another one. I love this. This is like a yellow, orange, ombre, coral. It's really pretty. And then this chevron is in the back. I think I will be more than likely to use it with this side, so that I will put up. This is, I do have 2 sheets of this. I haven't used it yet. So this paper is a beautiful corally color, but it does have some tone-on-tone shapes on there. And then this is the B side. I don't think I'm going to be using this side. I think I really like this side. And then I have this beautiful floral on navy, which I love. I'm a big I am a big fan of navy pretty much with anything. And then this is another beautiful, looks like a watercolor with a little bit more like of the turquoise and teal in the collection. This one I also have. These are the final 2 pieces of paper. These are the same ones. I love this tiny floral. And there's this other kind of, they're hearts, but they're like geometric. I know I will love it for that. This one comes with a sticker sheet, and this is a Cartabella. This is, so the front, so I don't know which collection, which manufacturer it's from. This says Cartabella, but it might be Echo Park, because I think Caitlin Schaefer is Echo Park. So I love Caitlin Schaefer's work, so this is really good to look at, because I can kind of tell and get the mood and feel, right, for the type of embellishment. So florals, stick together, are happy, seriously you, thank you for being a friend, noted, you're #1 in my book. Okay. I had put this back a little bit of a mess, so normally what I do is with these scraps, I do have a scrap of this left, of this. I made a super wonky heart. It didn't work out, so I do have the scraps from that. And then I have a bunch of other scraps. This is very typical. What I do is I'll punch little shapes out of my leftovers, so I threw those in there. Oh, look, that's probably where they came from. Maybe not. And so I usually put these in a 8.5 by 11 little page protector inside the collection, but I didn't do that. So I'm just going to set this off to the side. I will go ahead and do that. Oh, here's another little heart. So I'm going to pause it here, and I'm going to come back. I'm going to go look for some photos and see if I might be able to make some page kits with you guys, so that you guys get a gist for what I do. Okay, so I am back with some photos to show you. So you get a gist of the palette here, right? I did a layout recently of one of my girls' favorite shows. Now I have to do it for the other girl. And look at the colors. I mean, they're not all like this beautiful, but I can get away with it because what I did with the layout for my my younger stepdaughter is that I went ahead and I ended up covering the majority of it. So I'm not too worried that I have like a lot of primary colors, but I also have these pastel-y ones that I think will be fine. I was really worried with the other layout that the papers just would have different tones, but it ended up working out. So I'm not, but I thought this was like perfect. That's the first photo I saw, so I'm gonna give it a try. Again, I don't worry too much. Like if it doesn't work, it doesn't work for me. It's fine. The other set of photos I have, this is from like over a particular time period, but I'm just going to document this time period of several months of photos from my dog who is no longer with us. So I have that. And then look at these. These are just some gorgeous photos of my youngest. And I just think it's going to make, I took the inspiration really from her top because it reminds me of that. But it's just such a beautiful, beautiful color that I thought that would work well with this collection. So I know I said 4 layouts, right? I have some photos that are still being printed. So they haven't gotten to me, but that I'm not too worried. By the time I get around to probably putting together the 4th layout or adding the photos in at a later time, the photos should be here. This is a really easy palette to work with, so I'm not too worried about having pictures, even if it's later on. After the page, after I've created the page. But that gives you an idea. I just usually just then throw all of these in together. And then I kind of just go ahead and end up making my paper kits. And then I go through this and I see what I may want to bring in, whether I want to bring in white cardstock, whether I want to bring in some more of that navy, whether I want to bring in some more of that coral, like whatever it may be. And then obviously any additional alphas and things like that that are not with the kit or with the collection kit. So all right, guys, so I hope this inspires you. If you have this, this is a beautiful, beautiful palette for the springtime when you will be watching this. So I do hope that you get inspired, and let's go get some crafty on and some scrapping done. And it's bye for now. See you later.